everyone, welcome back to the second tutorial in Halloween month. This is a simple sugar skull or Day of the Dead skull. It's very easy to do, and again I start with the primer. You can use any one that you'd like, and then I use any sort of aqua face paint. I'm just using the white one and loads of water, so you actually want to dilute the paint quite a lot because you don't want it to be really dark white, or not dark, white can't be dark, so you don't want it to be like a very opaque white, so you kind of want to water it down, and then you can add layers. As you can see I'm doing, I add one layer all over the face and then I add a second layer just to make it as white as I'd like. And now what I'm doing is I'm mapping out the hollows of my eyes. A skull usually has hollow there, it would be black, but I've obviously decided to put some color in there just to make it more interesting. So I'm just kind of making a circle around my eye. Use your eyebrow as a guide, and then also just around the bottom part of your eye. You can actually feel where it's hollow, you can use that as your guide. Then I'm using any sort of eyeshadow base that you have. This is just so that the eyeshadows will stick really well. And I'm using one of the new MAC Trolls eyeshadows. It's pure like white, like Snow White. It's amazing for this because then the colors just pop a little bit more. And then I'm using a Creative Glamour eyeshadow palette. You can use whatever colors you want. I went for more like bluey green colors just because I saw it somewhere and I was absolutely in love with it. So I went for more bluey green colors, but you could do this with purples and pinks, or you could do like straight up black all around the eye, which I did last year. I'll insert a picture here. What I'm doing with the eyes is very simple. I'm basically just using the lightest color on the inner corner and then the darkest color on the outer corner of my eye. And I take that color on the bottom part of my eye as well. Don't worry if it's lower than you would usually do if you're putting on normal makeup. It's totally fine. Once we start shading and using the black, it all looks really beautiful. When you're happy with the colors on the center of your eye, then just go in with the black eyeliner that you use in the beginning and just kind of make that black line a little bit darker. And then because I thought eyeshadow would be better to shade in with the other eyeshadows, like the turquoisey shadows, I used my Urban Decay black eyeshadow. I don't know which one it is, but it's jet black, so I just thought it would work better. And then I'm going in with my Inglot AMC gel liner just to line my eyes because I wanted some definition there. I still wanted my eyes to be pretty. And then use, what is this? I think this is like a L'Oreal, some kind of pen liner just to make the petals around the eyes. And I really love this. I didn't fill the petals in because I just didn't feel like they needed it. I didn't want to do too much detail. And then I went for a second layer on the petals. These eyelashes honestly tie the look in perfectly. These are my MAC, I think 55 or 35 lashes. They're so beautiful. They go from like short on the inner corner, short on the outer corner, and then the longest lashes are in the center. And then again, taking my Urban Decay black eyeshadow and just putting that on my lower lash line, putting on mascara. You know the drill. You saw it in the last video. It's very simple. And because I thought the eyes still didn't have enough definition, I went in with my MAC Extended Play mascara for the lower lashes. Now for the rest of the face. I'm going for a contour, but it's not your regular contour. I like to call this a hungry contour. It's basically looks like you haven't eaten for years. And so I'm going in with kind of like a grey, bluey color to keep with the theme. And then I go in with black again underneath my cheekbones to make it a little bit more prominent. And I'm angling this a little bit more towards my mouth and then down towards the edge of my face. You can see what I'm doing there. And then I'm also doing this around the perimeters of my face. So on my temples and a little bit around my forehead area, just like on my hairline. And then also down my neck. So this is where it would be a little bit more blank, and then also in my bones, like so on top of your collarbone it would be hollow there. And then I just felt like the eyes were kind of just missing something, so I used the like lime green loose pigment from MAC, and this is also from the Trolls collection. It's so cool and different, and I'm so happy that I got to use it for this tutorial. And then I'm using my MAC Diva lipstick, and then also using my Wet n Wild. I don't know what the shades are. Everything will be listed in the description box. I'm using the black one on the inner parts of my lips, and I'm basically making it look like my lips are decaying from the inside out. Onto the mouth, I'm basically just doing 2 slits on either side of my lips and then doing lines across those 2 slits on either side. It's very complicated, but really it's not actually. And you can do as many slits as you want. You can take this all the way up towards your contour, or you can kind of keep it really small. I also did the center of my lips, which I kind of don't love now, but it's already done, so it's fine. And then I'm doing my nose cavity. So this is where there would be no bone. So the bone is essentially where the white parts are. And I first did the liner that I was using for the mouth area, and then I just found it wasn't working, so I went in with my Inglot AMC gel liner to make it like really jet black, and I just cut it in my nose. That was a absolute bitch to do because when I had to take it off, there was just black everywhere. And then I thought a little spider web would be nice on my chin, but I actually struggled with that a little bit because I just didn't love it. But I also didn't want to do too much detail. And then my forehead started to look really bare because there was lots of detail at the bottom. So I added these kind of like little twirly bits on my forehead and used a little bit of gel liner to make dots. You can kind of decorate it however you want to. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but this is what I went for. And then you can use any highlighter that you have. I just went in for the Balm Mary Luminizer because I wanted my cheekbones to really pop. Loosen my hair, put in some flowers, put on a flower headband, and you're done. And I absolutely love this look. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And if you want to see any other Halloween tutorials, then I will have a link in the description box, and there'll also be a link over here for you to click on my stapled face tutorial, which was last week's tutorial, and there'll be 2 others for this month. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.